Hey folks, welcome back to Viper Island. This is the latest G.I. Joe news. Everything you need to know in a rapid-fire format with brand new commentary and analysis that you won't find anywhere else. We're packed and stacked with a lot of brand new insight about G.I. Joe Classified and new updates from Hasbro. So watch until the end for the full story. Let's go! First up, here's the latest update from the New York Toy Fair. These images are courtesy of Full Force, and we're starting with the Night Force 2-pack of Beachhead and Quick Kick. Quick Kick has 3 head sculpts, 2 with red headbands, one has camo smudged on his cheeks, the other is clean, and the third is a repaint of the Blue Ninja head sculpt. He has a red neck scarf, reuse of Grunt's overlay, complete with a flip-down comms device on his chest, a pair of nunchucks, a backpack with a sword, throwing stars, and extra pairs of hands. Lenny from Hasbro said he wanted to give Quick Kick some shoes, so that's what ended up happening here. And they decided to give Quick Kick some Cobra Ninja gear, as if he'd taken out some ninjas, stolen their gear, and repainted it for Night Force. And let's quickly turn this over to you for your instant reaction. Sound off in the comments with your thoughts on the new Quick Kick. Are you a fan of this new look? Do you think the reused parts and pieces actually fit Quick Kick? And how interested are you in this overall? Then let's take a look at Beachhead. This is a repaint of Retro Beachhead inspired by Beachhead version 6. It features a light green top with black webbing design painted on, although this is a lot brighter than the figure that it was originally inspired by. That one had dark tones, this one is a lot brighter. As a result, in my opinion, it looks like a Python Patrol Beachhead. As always, let us know your thoughts and reaction in the comments. The closer you look at Beachhead, is this a figure that you're interested in? Or did Hasbro miss the mark entirely? This time around, Beachhead's grenades have text and paint apps on them. His cargo pants have a digital camo design in gray, white, and black, and although it's different, it looks a little too close to Firefly. Overall, this is mostly the same as Retro Beachhead, except this one has a sniper rifle. Next, over to the Cold Slither 4-pack. This has a retro-style Springfield Theater box. On the bottom left of the front of the package, there's a Dreadnoks motorcycle. There are also posters scattered around for the Average Joes, Gem and the Holograms, and even Cold Slither. On the back of the package is the exterior of the theater, covered in a lot of Dreadnoks-themed graffiti. The box opens up to reveal all 4 members of the band in blister packs. Ripper and Torch are on the sides, Zartan and Buzzer are on the main stage. There were no figures on hand for this one, just the box. Next, let's take a look at the Cobra Snake Armor. The plastic-free packaging features a couple of snake armors torching a city block and causing chaos. The snake armor shares a lot of articulation and design with Transformers. Lenny said the old-school exosuit would not have worked in a 112 articulation, so they made the snake armor a mech suit. It folds open, inspired by the world of anime cartoons. The joystick inside is fully articulated and movable. Lenny said the seat inside will fit figures up to the size of Roadblock, but even then it's a tight fit with Roadblock. Serpentor, Roadpig, and Nemesis Immortal will clearly not fit inside. The interior screen shows the G.I. Joe base, statistics, and vital signs. On a side note, Lenny refused to share any prices for G.I. Joe Classified products, the line that he's in charge of. Why? Because as Hasbro says, they're always transparent with their audience. Let us know how you feel about this in the comments down below. This seems to be a pattern time after time of Hasbro just refusing to give any indication as to what their pricing will be. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. Next, let's talk about Snake Eyes and the Polar Bear. Lenny confirmed what we already know, that Snake Eyes' hands glow in the dark. He wouldn't be radioactive if he did not glow. And he reconfirmed that the polar bear stands around 9 inches tall when he's on his hind feet. And he has hand articulation as well. Next, over to Crystal Ball. Lenny said Crystal Ball's green accessories are not glow-in-the-dark. They're just green. He said Crystal Ball is using Cobra's tech to make his victims think that he's turned into a monster. Lenny said the alternate head with the Cthulhu design also doubles as a pet. Although, let's be honest, that's a bit of a stretch. It's just a Cthulhu mask with tentacles. There's no reason to oversell it as something it's clearly not. After all, this is not a figure and pet set. Why even go down that road and open themselves up to criticism? In the future, I'd be surprised if Lenny continues trying to say that Crystal Ball has a pet. And let's quickly turn this over to you. If you buy this Crystal Ball, will you be using the green Cthulhu mask as a pet? Or do you only see this as a head sculpt? In my opinion, if the figure is well done, there's no need to oversell it. Lenny admitted that the green medallion for Crystal Ball shield really serves no purpose. You can use it on the shield or not. He didn't explain its purpose and instead suggested that people can even just carry it around in their pocket? Yes, this is something he said. It's a green molded part of the same skull and snakes design on the shield itself. And he said that the crystal ball looking accessory is a screaming skull. Once again, none of the green parts glow in the dark. Next, over to Frag Viper. Lenny said they already have several Cobra Trooper heads and they didn't want to reuse it again. So this time they made Frag Viper a cyborg. Where have you heard that from before? That's right, we've told you for months that this was a very real possibility, and now Hasbro's confirmed our reporting from the last few months. Let us know how you think this guy looks. Does the cyborg face make you more or less interested in Frag Viper? Or does it not matter to you at all? Sound off in the comments. Next, over to the Cobra Claw. The good news, this looks exactly as it does in the digital render. The claw is thick and chunky. This one should be very popular when it's released. Next, over to Darklon. Lenny said they wanted to get a higher tier villain into the line, so he thinks Darklon was a good pick. He also confirmed what Dex pointed out during our early reviews of the latest reveals, that Darklon has the House of McCullen family gem lodged into his battle sword. Lenny said they gave Darklon a new alternate head sculpt with a more modern design. This is for when he goes into Berserk mode, and there are Celtic knot designs on top. He said they tried to make Darklon's original helmet reflect all of the different designs that artists have done over the years. And Lenny said there's a porthole on the end of Darklon's Gatling gun for blast effects. Next, let's talk about Law & Order. This one is very accurate to the digital render, and this is easily my personal most anticipated release in 2025. Law & Order both look outstanding. Lenny said that Law's handcuffs can store on the back of his belt. We already know there's a loop on the side of his belt for his nightstick. And Lenny confirmed what we've told you for months, that Law's comms radio does detach from the vest. And he said that there are also portholes on Order's vest for attaching pouches. Then next, a quick look at Footloose. Lenny said that they wanted to make him feel like a military character, but also laid back. The helmet is an old school helmet with a modern day mesh design on top of it. Then over to Blowtorch. Lenny said that Blowtorch comes with multiple flame blast effects. He has a face portrait, and it was confirmed what we told you last episode, that Blowtorch is inspired by the cartoon portrait. Lenny said they took his original Blowtorch and gave it some modern touches. Then next, over to the Legacy series Firefighter. This includes the Jaws of Life, a large axe, pry bar, sledgehammer, a small sledgehammer, 2 axes, goggles, a heat blanket, and 2 heads. Lenny said the packaging for every Legacy figure will have its own color and illustration. Then for the Retro Tail Viper, Lenny said that this has a lot of new parts, a new vest, and new arms. For Retro CoverGirl, Lenny said that CoverGirl has never shown up as an action figure in this style before. He said they really wanted to play into her being a tank mechanic, which is why she has the sledgehammer and wrench. Now let's turn this over to you. What's your reaction to all the latest reveals and the brand new insight? Are you more or less interested in the line overall right now? And which of the new reveals stand out the most to you? Is there one you like the best? Is there one that you really don't like? Whatever the case, sound off in the comments below and let us know. Be sure to check out our latest episodes for all the latest G.I. Joe news, insight, and commentary you won't find anywhere else. And there you have it. You've made it to the end of this episode, and we really appreciate that. Thumbs up down below. And we would love it even more if you take just 1 second of your time. Make sure that down below you are subscribed to the channel. We ask that you do, because that guarantees that we definitely get to see you back here again next time. Thanks for tuning into Viper Island, your one-stop shop for all things G.I. Joe. When there's relevant news, we'll be here to discuss all of it, together with you. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, have a great day, and yo Joe!